Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a great 2022. I know conservatives did because today we are going to look at the top 5 conservative fails of 2022. Starting at number 5, we got Dynasty of Evil. The Bush family is a fucked up family that has a history of doing fucked up shit for at least 3 generations. Prescott Bush was allies with the Nazis. His son, H.W. Bush, was part of the organization that killed JFK. And his grandson, Baby Bush, started a stupid war that got so many people killed. Don't believe me? Well, back in May, Bush made a speech trying to condemn the invasion of Ukraine, but instead, he condemned the invasion that he himself made 20 years ago.
The decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of of Ukraine. Iraq, too. Anyway.
Damn. These Iraqi civilians must be haunting him from the grave so hard that he ended up confessing to his crimes.
What is it? Why are the walls moving in on me?
They say sometimes a ghost haunts this room.
Somebody's about to throw a shoe at Bush.
Oh, a backbiter, eh?
Next, at number 4, we got Jordan Peterson. The reason why I call him Jordan Peterson is because back in December, when he tried to give credit to Elon Musk because he's supposedly removing pedophilia from Twitter, Peterson admits to watching child porn. He said, quote, "And it's getting just impossible to find child porn."
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. How do you know child pornography is hard to find? Unless you're looking that shit up for yourselves. Now I see what Peterson's fan had to say about this. They're like, no, he's just joking. He's just trolling. He's not actually looking for child porn. Except that if you're going out there trying to make your opponents look like groomers, you jokingly admit to watching child pornography is not a good look. Instead, it makes you look like the groomer, Jordan Peterson. And that is why Kermit the Frog has officially earned the name Jordan Peterson. Bad Froggy.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Coming in at number 3, we got Rave Dubin. Now I hear my fellow progressives out there say that Dave Rubin's not funny. He's a terrible comedian. Well, I got a hot take for you guys. I disagree. I think Dave Rubin's a very good comedian. He makes me laugh a lot. And I'll tell you why. For the 2022 midterm elections, Dave Rubin made numerous predictions. He only got one right. Everything else, all wrong. And that's not all. Thanks to the Dave Rubin Clips Twitter account, we got a record of every election prediction Dave Rubin has got wrong. So, I'm going to play for y'all right now so that way you could have a good laugh and you could see what an excellent comedian Dave Rubin is.
But I suspect that the Republicans will do better. There's no way they're going to accept the election this time, and I do think Trump's going to win, most likely in a landslide. Trump is going to win, and he's going to win in a bigger way than he won last time. But even bigger than that, you're getting Donald Trump elected, because the average person is finally, for at least as long as the rest of us can be on Twitter and everywhere else, the average person is able to see the truth. And look, if it's me and Scott Baio and Larry Elder versus Gavin Newsom, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, I like our chances. I really do. So bring it, guys. And please, if you live in California, please vote. We know there is going to be fraud. We absolutely know. So is it crazy to think that it might be a possibility that come election night, if they're counting ballots, and it's kind of looking close?
So, yep. If you want to know how an election will turn out, predict the complete opposite of what Dave Rubin tells you. Moving on to number 2, we got the orangutan. Shortly after the 2022 midterm elections, Donald Trump said he had an announcement coming up. People were wondering, what's that announcement? Is he going to announce his next vice president? Nope. Instead, Trump's stupid announcement is that he was selling NFT cards. These cards were so terrible that his own supporters made fun of him for that, and they turned on him for that.
But even many of his very, very strong allies, people ranging from Steve Bannon to, say, the Hodge twins, were criticizing what Donald Trump did yesterday, and for good reason. So, former president of the United States, a man who is the presumptive frontrunner jumping into the race doing this, is cringeworthy. It just is. Then, when you say you have a major announcement and what you actually drop is what appears to be an NFT money grab, especially in his. I mean, it's like on every available front. It's the dumbest politics I think maybe I've ever seen. It's painful. It's painful, and this is coming from somebody who voted for Donald Trump in 2020.
Damn, the orangutan's really losing supporters, huh? Before we move on to number 1, here are some dishonorable mentions.
On it entirely, and I still think you're left with this question of, like, if marriage is not what I'm saying it is, then why do we even need it? What's the point? I mean, you're saying it's a man-made institution.
Yes,
but you're also, like, the way that you're presenting it, it's a totally meaningless institution. So
no,
they don't need it at all.
No, it's not meaningless. It's because it means something to the people that get married.
So it's just a subjective, symbolic thing. I mean, what?
Yeah.
So if you're
kind of what it is. Look, there's a massive responsibility when you're married and when you have children to keep your family together and you raise and keep everybody happy and healthy. And there's great reward to that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always work out. It's people change. People are fucked up. It doesn't always work. And so I don't think it should be outlawed because 50% of the people fall apart. Just like I don't think it has any effect whatsoever on a straight couple if a gay couple decides that they want to make it official.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis, so I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the pros.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
Oh my goodness! Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. But look,
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh man! Well, I have to disagree with that. But listen, we're going to go to break.
And finally, at number 1, we got Andrew Titz. Andrew Titz became so famous last year because he is such a misogynistic piece of shit.
When your life is on the line, anyone who's honest would want a male pilot in said situation. You would not want a female pilot.
And his biggest fail near the end of 2022 got everybody talking about him. For those who want full context, Andrew Tate made a tweet at Greta Thunberg saying that he owns 33 cars as a way to make fun of her for her climate change activism. He even asked for her email, to which Greta Thunberg responds, smalldickenergy@getalife.com.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
So once that happened, this story went viral. So viral that everybody talked about it, as I mentioned earlier. And it's for this reason why Andrew Titz is number 1 for the top 5 conservative fails of 2022. And that's all I have for you guys. Let me know in the comment section which do you think is the best conservative fail of 2022. Is there any story that I missed? Please let me know. If you guys want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you could, please follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The links to all that will be in the description. Thank you.
As I mentioned, we are not prepared to give that number.